Have you ever wondered if you have something not many people have? Do you sometimes feel like you just think differently than others? Many people believe that in order for someone to be mentally gifted, they must have an extraordinary IQ or be a genius. However, this isn't always the case. According to scientists, there are certain signs that indicate you may be mentally gifted. Studies have shown that there are certain behaviors, characteristics, and traits that are often associated with mental giftedness. So if you're wondering whether or not you may be mentally gifted, here are 10 things to look out for. Before we get into this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and leave a comment below saying I subscribed. I will try my best to reply to as many comments as possible. Let's start. The definition of mental giftedness. Before we dive in, it's important to understand what mental giftedness is and how it's defined. Mental giftedness occurs when someone has superior cognitive abilities and is able to think abstractly, reason, and solve problems at a higher level than average. It's common to think that people who are mentally gifted often have an IQ that's considered to be in the top 2% of the population. However, having a high IQ is not the only indicator of mental giftedness. There are other signs that suggest someone may be mentally gifted, even if they don't have an exceptionally high IQ. This means that you don't have to be a genius to be mentally gifted. There are so many other areas in which you might excel. With that said, let's take a look at some signs that suggest you may be mentally gifted. Number 10. You're a critical thinker. One sign that suggests you may be mentally gifted is that you're a critical thinker. This means that you don't just accept things at face value. You tend to question things and look at them from different angles. You're always looking for evidence to support your claims, and you're not afraid to challenge the status quo. You like to think outside the box, and you're always looking for new and innovative ways to do things. This can sometimes make you seem like a contrarian, but it's actually a sign of your mental gift. Number 9. You're a good problem solver. Another sign that you may be mentally gifted is that you're a good problem solver. This means that you're able to see things from different perspectives and you're good at finding creative solutions to problems. You're not afraid to take risks and you're always looking for new and improved ways to do things. According to studies, people who are mentally gifted are often good at solving problems that require creative thinking. So if you're good at problem solving, it may be a sign that you're mentally gifted. Number 8. You have strong intuition. Do you feel like you just know things? Do you have a strong sense of intuition? If so, it may be a sign that you're mentally gifted. People who are mentally gifted often have a strong sense of intuition. They're able to sense things that others can't, and they often know things without being able to explain how they know them. For example, you may just know that a certain person is lying to you, even if they haven't given you any signs or evidence to suggest that they are. Or you may have a strong sense that something bad is going to happen, even if there's no logical reason to believe that it will. If you can relate to this, it may be a sign that you're mentally gifted. Number 7. You're a deep thinker. Are you the type of person who likes to sit back and think about things? Do you like to go deep and really understand the underlying meaning of things? If so, it may be a sign that you're mentally gifted. People who are mentally gifted often like to think deeply about things. They're not content with just understanding the surface level meaning of things. They want to know why things are the way they are, and they're always looking for hidden meanings and patterns. This often makes them seem like they're in their own world, but it's actually a sign of their mental gift. Number 6. You're creative. It is often said that creative people are some of the most mentally gifted. After all, creativity requires the ability to see the world in new ways, to come up with original ideas, and to find unique solutions to problems. Furthermore, creativity often involves taking risks and thinking outside the box. All of these things require a great deal of mental agility and discipline. Of course, not everyone who is creative is automatically intelligent. However, there are many examples of intellectually gifted people who are also highly creative. In fact, creativity and intelligence often go hand in hand. Number 5. Having an amazing memory. Everybody forgets things from time to time. It's normal. But some people have an uncanny ability to remember even the most minute details. They can recall the name of that person they met for 2 seconds at a party last year, or what they ate for breakfast 6 days ago. If you have an amazing memory, it's not just a party trick. Scientists believe that there are 3 main types of giftedness: verbal, mathematical, and spatial. And memory falls under the spatial category. Individuals who are spatially gifted have an exceptional ability to remember names, faces, places, and events. They often excel in fields like memory competition, acting, and public speaking. So if you have an amazing memory, don't be afraid to show it off. It's a rare and special gift. Number 4. The ability to connect the dots. Being able to connect the dots is a sign of mental giftedness. For example, if you're able to see how 2 completely different things are actually related, that is a sign of mental giftedness. If you can take information from one situation and apply it to a completely different situation, that is also a sign of mental giftedness. The ability to connect the dots is not just about being able to see relationships, but it is also about being able to find creative solutions to problems. For example, if you are faced with a problem that has never been faced before, you may be able to find a creative solution by connecting the dots in a way that no one else has thought of. The ability to connect the dots is a sign of intelligence and creativity, and it is something that we should all strive for. Number 3. The ability to read others. Most people are not gifted when it comes to reading others. They might be able to read the surface-level cues, for example, body language and facial expressions, but they cannot read deeper into a person. This is where people who are mentally gifted shine. They have the ability to read others on a much deeper level. They can see past the surface-level cues and into what is really going on with a person. This allows them to better understand a person and their motivations. As a result, they can use this knowledge to their advantage in many different situations. Whether it is in negotiations, relationships, or even just everyday conversations, those who can read others will always have an edge over those who cannot. Number 2. Long concentration spans. A recent study suggests that people who have long concentration spans are more mentally gifted than those who do not. The study, which was conducted by a team of researchers at the University of London, found that people who can maintain their focus for extended periods of time tend to score higher on intelligence tests. The findings suggest that concentration span is a good predictor of general mental ability. This is likely because concentration requires the ability to control one's thoughts and direct them towards a specific task. Those who are able to do this effectively are more likely to be successful in other cognitive tasks as well. The findings of this study underscore the importance of attention span in intelligence. For example, it may be more important for students to maintain their focus during class than to spend hours studying for a test. The ability to concentrate for long periods of time is a valuable asset for anyone, and it appears to be a strong indicator of general mental ability. Number 1. You're a natural leader. Being a natural leader does not mean that you have to be the president of your class or the captain of your sports team. It simply means that you have the ability to inspire and motivate those around you. People who are natural leaders are often able to do this without even trying. They have a charisma and presence that draw people to them. People are naturally drawn to leaders because they see them as being successful and having a clear vision. Leaders are also able to get people to buy into their vision and follow them towards a common goal. This is because they are able to communicate their vision in a way that is clear and inspiring. If you have ever found yourself in a position where people are naturally drawn to you and are willing to follow your lead, then it is likely that you have the qualities of a natural leader. Final thoughts. These are just some of the signs that indicate you may be mentally gifted. If you possess any of these signs, then it is likely that you are indeed mentally gifted. However, if you don't relate to any of these signs, you should not feel bad about yourself. Mental giftedness is just one aspect of what makes a person special and unique. There are many other things that make people special, and there is no single definition of intelligence. So whether or not you consider yourself to be mentally gifted, remember that you are still special and unique in your own way. Embrace your uniqueness and use it to your advantage. There is no one quite like you in this world, so make the most of it. Now, you need to see the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. It will show you how to stop caring about what people think of you so you can start living your best life. Make sure to watch it now. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.